They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Herbert off of play action. Finds Johnston. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. After the run, now Herbert to throw. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Nothing our score after 1. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, Allen finds his rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To the air, Allen. And pass complete to Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Allen going to audible to a different look. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boogie Basham earning himself a tackle for a loss as he stops him behind the line.
So, my man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the number 2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Be better than number 3, I guess.
Okay, right.
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. That is big.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. And what a return as he brings us with all the way back to the 25-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Williams being motion left. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. That's caught inside the 20. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Throwing now is Allen. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Allen going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Allen going to change it up. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on fourth. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Allen gonna go on fourth down. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid that. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. In motion left is Davis. Throwing is Allen on third. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 24 yards. From midfield, here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. And now an audible here into something else. Allen to throw once more. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking.
Touchdown! Gabriel Davis. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are an extra point away from going up by 30. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. No, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Got his man. It's Williams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
To the air again, Herbert. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st down. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Herbert keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Dickery. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Allen now on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. Allen going to change the look here. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble. Now they'll change things up. On 1st down, Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Bass on for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
5-9, 5-9.
Here's Herbert. And now here's another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Hey, Kappa, 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 Kappa.
Now it's Herbert. He's got this to Williams, complete. Down the sideline he goes. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche. All right, maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll look down the field here for Kincaid. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Buffalo, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now.
I ain't tripping, this is